So, getting into the last session of the year. Thyra.
Dev starting, okay.
Yes. Since you're the only one awake right now, as you go sneak out to try to find a fighting ring. Just for fun, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'm so good at those. 8!
Nice. It takes you a bit longer than most would, but it's very evident. After about 45 minutes of wandering around, you finally make it to the ports, the ocean side of Curinn, and eventually stumble upon a very large ship. The side of it reads the Glory Dory, and upon the deck of the ship, you see these like wooden bleachers that rise on either side of it. It looks like little banners and little flags are strung about, decorating the entirety of it. Lights and lanterns strung from mast to mast. Although it is later in the evening and it doesn't look active, the lights inside are still on, the lanterns are still lit, and the plank is still down, open for people to walk right on in. It definitely looks like some sort of ship arena thing, although very makeshift.
I'll approach the ship.
Upon walking in, there are like a couple crewmates sort of cleaning up leftover trash, debris that was left from the day. But you do see kind of standing watching over everything is this large water genasi. It's kind of shoulder length, thick, dark hair, sleeveless shirt and vest, exposing the nautical tattoos on their arms. A captain's hat sitting on their head, though. Upon you approaching, they take it off and set it to the side. Definitely look more in charge than everybody here. Just sort of like eating an apple. Just waiting.
I guess I'll approach him. Is there a fight going on, or is there just...
It seems to have cleared out. There are a few drunk people that have passed out that are being, like, dragged out of the ship by some other crewmates.
I'll approach that guy then.
Look up and toss their snack to the side. Yeah, how can I help you?
Is there a room for one more in the fight tonight?
Oh, looks around. I guess so, though I'm the only remaining one. The captain of this establishment puts out a hand to shake yours.
I'll just look at it, raise an eyebrow.
The name's River. River Goldman. I operate the place.
Well, would you be down?
Yeah. Though, you have an axe, and I just holds up their hands, and you see these kind of like brass knuckles One fist reads 1, and the other fist reads 2, like the words 1 and 2.
Don't I have brass knuckles?
You do have brass knuckles that you got from Henry so long ago.
I'll take out those brass knuckles.
Yeah, remember
All
that
right.
guy you almost killed?
Yeah.
Remember when you almost killed Felix's brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to just use my fist. I don't need no axe.
Sure. How far do you want to take this?
Not lethal. But
That can be done.
whoever knocks the other person out.
Gotcha. The reason why you're so after hours.
Took me a while to find.
Well then, kind of shakes off their arms, cracks her knuckles. Well, if you just want to fight, I can provide a fight.
I'll be very needed right now. And I'll put my axe down and put on the brass knuckles. And
All right.
go to the other side of the ring.
You can increase your unarmed damage from a 1d4 to 1d6 while you have those on.
Okay.
I will give you the actual item, although they require attunement to get the full benefit. You'd have to sit with them for an hour. But if you're ready, if you want to fight with them now, without waiting.
I think it'd be a little awkward to be like, give me an hour? So...
They are the disarmor knuckles in your inventory for when you attune to them.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
they put their fists up. Then let's go.
Let's.
You can roll initiative.
Alright.
See who strikes first.
What's the modifier for it?
Oh, that's really bad. Your initiative?
I meant for the knuckles.
It's your strength, so it's
Okay,
a
so it's
+4.
+7.
+7, yeah.
Okay.
Same as your axe.
Making sure.
Yes, ma'am.
My initiative is +2, so that's so my number tonight, 8.
This is not much better with the 7. Both rolled really poor initiatives.
I go
Alright.
first.
You do go first.
Do I get 2 attacks?
Yes, you get the
okay.
normal number of attacks.
Okay. Alright, I would bonus action like to rage.
Yes.
So the whoosh, weather. The first hit is 14 plus 7.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah. 21.
And the second hit. Oh, that's a natural 20. Wow.
That does hit.
Okay, Thyra. Hawk off. Okay, so D6. 2d6 damage. 6. 2. Second one was a 2, so that's the one that has the 20, so that's 4. So 10 plus 3.
13 points of damage for the first hit.
Oh no. So that's just these are both hits together.
Okay. So
Uh,
second hit would be doubled.
yeah, so that's the 4.
Okay.
So the 2 just rolled dice are 10 plus 2 3s, correct?
Yes.
So 6. So 16 damage plus the rage. So
Is a-
2 4
Mhm. 20 points.
20 points plus the oh, I can't. Is it bonus action to use that, or does it just happen? I forget.
I believe it just happens.
Just happens.
Let me double check.
Is it cutting ice?
It is cutting ice.
Oh, it's a with a weapon attack. Is this a weapon attack?
Yep.
Okay. You create an icy burst that deals an extra 1d6 cold damage.
You gonna add that on there?
Yes.
All right.
What is it?
Can roll that, and I'll double it for your crit if you can apply it. If you want to apply it to the second attack.
Oh, sure. What a gracious DM.
I know. What a great DM. I
Ah, that's
am.
a 6!
What? Extra 12.
Extra 12 damage.
32 points of damage.
32 points of
Just with
damage.
Brass knuckles.
And then notably, my dear Anneka,
Mm-hmm.
while they're in this aura, they have half speed.
Yes.
So,
within 10 feet of you.
and 10 feet of me, they have half speed.
Sweet. All right.
And that
They
is
will
the end of my turn.
take the hits, sort of wipe off their face a bit, and look back up into you, to your eyes. Well, this seemed a bit personal. Maybe not towards me, but personal nonetheless. As they circle around. Why are you here? And they punch you right back with 2 attacks. Those are really bad. First one is a natural 1, so that doesn't hit. Second one is a 13.
I think she catches the fist on the first one and just stares at him and says, "Why do you care?" and dodges out of the way of the second one as he tries to hit her. And then she'll go for her hit, a punch in the stomach for the first hit.
They're not done.
Oh,
As
never
they
mind.
bonus action get you twice more.
Oh, he's a monk.
Baby a monk.
Maybe a monk.
I used to do a bit of therapizing back in my day. Boom, boom. First attack. Natural 14 for
That's gonna hit.
21.
That's gonna
Second
hit.
one is not as great. That is 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right, so only one of them hits.
Okay.
But they are going to sink that into you. Ooh! All right. $18 points of damage.
Wow.
As you
What
feel-
kind of damage?
It is bludgeoning, so it's halved
Okay.
to
9.
6.
18?
No.
9, right? 9.
It'd be
plus
the
9
8.
is-
Because we run down.
But it's, you said 18 points of damage?
What did I say? I'm so good at my job, you guys. That was 17.
Okay.
It was 17.
So
Reduced by 2. Or reduced by half would be... Oh my god, math is totally escaping me right now. It would be 8.
8.
It would be 8. 8.
8. Okay, cool.
8 to 8. And they ready themselves again.
I will
Oh, I'm sorry. They make 3 strikes. I missed 2 strikes. I wrote this in there on purpose. I missed a million of them anyway. That's another miss with a natural 2, and then it's 17. It'd be 1 more strike.
17 hits.
That's only... $15 points, reduced by half to 7. There we go.
7. So we're at
Yes.
79.
Nice.
Not 69. 79. She'll punch him in the stomach and retort back. I'm not one much for talking. I don't see much use in it. And go 1 for the stomach and 1 to a clock in the face.
Yeah. Go for it.
What bomb? I don't think that's gonna hit. Nope, that'd be a 12. I don't think that's gonna hit.
Nope. Dodges.
Dodges.
Release themselves.
16 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. Both misses. Did I get a bonus action? Not this one.
Not without your axe.
Not on my axe.
Just...
I would say... Oh, I could have made them reckless. I already rolled. I just forgot. I always forget I could do reckless attacks.
Yeah.
I already rolled, though. Keep it solid.
Alright. They continue to circle around you a bit more. It's always good to talk it out. Boom, boom, crack. I'm gonna use different dice because those ones are treating me poorly. Oh, better. 2 21s and 1 natural 17. So I think those all 3
All
hit.
hit.
All right.
Give it
Half
to me, baby.
damage.
Uh-huh.
That is the first one's a 10, reduced to 5. Ooh, max damage on the second one. So that's 19. The second one reduced to 9.
9.
5, 9, and 15 reduced to 7. 5, 9, 7.
Minus 70. Sorry.
That's all good.
Calculating. Okay. Got it. Got the number I'm supposed to be at. Okay.
Besides, you seem familiar.
I can definitely tell you, you've never seen me before. And I don't see the point of talking, doesn't change anything that's happened. That'd be a 19 and a 23.
Both hits.
Sweet. Okay. Am I allowed to add the thing again? No, it's just once.
It was twice per rage, so you get another one.
Right, I'll add it to this one.
Yes.
5, 4, 3. So 10 plus 3 plus 3, 6. 16 plus 4 for the 2 rages. 20.
Ooh,
20.
nice. Up to 52 damage.
I forgot to I mean, I hit both times, but it could have been natural. I just forget to say reckless attack. And they're pretty, I would say, for the theater of the mind part, these are, I mean, they're, for his point of view, it's, even though I'm not saying reckless attack, they're not calculated, they're not thought through, they're just pure trying to hit, trying to just cause damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, the more he's talking, the more it seems to be just, I'm here to fight, not talk, sort of mentality.
And they continue circling. They haven't stopped moving around you as you hit them. Just continue to pace in a circle around you. Well, when we didn't want to talk back then. Well, when my crew didn't want to talk back then. This is how I made him get it out. And he boom, boom, crack up right under your jaw. 3 more strikes. The lowest one is a 19.
All 3 hit.
Yeah. Now those dice are doing me good.
Those dice are doing you real good.
First strike. 14 reduced to 7. 13 reduced to 6. 7, 6. Last one is a 12 reduced to 6.
Okay. Got it.
7, 6, 6 in that one.
7, 6, 6. Got it. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Okay. Math. These 2 will be reckless. What did he just say?
When their crew didn't want to talk, this is how they made them.
By fighting?
Mm-hmm.
I've been fighting my whole life and it hasn't changed. Maybe this time will be different. And goes to right, clock him right in the side.
Dude.
That's all gonna hit, because that's the lowest roll is a 15 plus 7.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's another natural 20 on the second hit.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's gonna be across the face, and then she's gonna circle around and like hit him in the back of the head to like knock him down.
Yeah.
With the natural 21. Both of these are reckless, so he gets advantage.
Gotcha.
On his hit. Okay, that's another 3. So 4 doubled, 8. I didn't do well on the other damage. So 2. So 10 plus 6. 16 plus 4, 20. Wow.
20 points total?
20 points total.
Alright, up to 75. Oh, 72. Sorry, 72. 52 plus 20 is 7. Math. Alright.
And I would say as this, like, he is getting more and more frosty as he's he's in this aura. Because he's getting slowed down by the ice.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not moving fast, so it's just kind of continue to build up around us. Because we're just in this area.
Yeah. You see, because they are a water genasi, the slight moisture that's always on them frosts up into little crystals that are poking out in certain places. Their hair is frost, it's solid. But as you hit him on the back of the head, well, let's see if today's the day. And they turn around, kick you, punch, 3 more strikes. Ooh, natural 1, and then a natural 5. That's only going to be a 12 to hit. But the third strike is a natural 18.
Yep, that hits.
Damage for that one is a 13, reduced to 6. And they're going to bonus action flurry of blows and take 3 more strikes.
Okay.
Natural 2, that's not gonna hit. Natural 6 plus 7 for... That's 13. Don't think that hits.
Nope, that's not hit.
Last one is a natural 15 plus 7 for a
hits.
22. That is 12 reduced to 6.
Okay.
So 6 more points.
Alrighty. For this, I've remembered a bonus action that I have that I does
Oh,
not.
those would have been an advantage though, because reckless.
Yes, those would have
Yes.
been advantage.
I'm just gonna... Okay, then all of those would hit. So that raises 2 more of the first strike to hit. So that was a 9 reduced to 4. A 15 reduced to 7. And another 15 reduced to 7.
Okay. Oof. How's he looking?
They're looking bruised, looking a bit beat up. Blood smeared across their face. Come on, get your anger out.
And I will, and I'll go right for the throat,
Mm-hmm.
and I will bonus action grapple
Oh, yeah.
and try to like pull him down to the ground, and then just like beat on him on the ground with my 2 attacks. But I will. It's a strength
For
for grapple.
I always forget if it's an attack or a contested check. Oh, it's a contested check.
Okay.
It's a contested check. So they will you use athletics or strength, and they will use acrobatics. Yes.
What'd you get?
That's
I rolled a 16 plus 7.
They rolled an 11 plus, I believe it's 9.
9.
So 20 total. Which I believe you succeed.
I do succeed. So they are grappled. And I'm just gonna grapple them to the ground. And then just wail on them.
Alright.
And grapple doesn't give me anything, right? It doesn't give me advantage.
Grapple, I believe. Yes.
It does give me advantage. Or it doesn't.
No.
No. Okay, so they're just in my grasp.
She's a tavern brawler. I always forget.
Yes,
It makes everything different.
I think it's just you can just use your bonus action to attempt to grapple.
Oh yeah, when you hit one of the attacks, so you actually just go ahead and roll an attack roll,
Okay.
and with it you grapple them. As a bonus action grapple.
As a bonus action. Okay, so 15.
Remembering
plus
how
7.
things work.
Mebbles, 15 plus 7.
That would hit. So you go grapple them and still punch them anyway.
Yeah.
You can roll for attack.
For the second one, the second hit.
Yes.
That's another natural 20.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Roll damage.
This clear pink dice. It's going hard tonight.
My clear pink dice is doing me dirty, so I'm glad that's one of us.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
So first hit 6 plus 3 plus 2,
11.
11. The second hit is a 4 doubled 8 plus 3 plus
11.
2.
13.
13. 13 plus
Ooh.
11.
Yeah. Oh, they are looking rough.
And it's those weren't at advantage. Those were just straight rolls. Those were not
Yes.
reckless.
Not reckless.
But it's a pretty rage-filled hit as he says, "Let your anger out," as she just throws this guy to the floor by the throat and just hits him.
Yeah. With each punch, ice crystals fling off in every direction as they look back up at you and just start wailing into you, into your chest and into your face from the ground. Another, oh my gosh. Natural 1, natural 3, those don't hit. The third one is a set natural, not natural, but a total of 17.
That hits.
So that's going to be 11 points reduced to 5.
Okay.
One more flurry into you as they get 3 more. I'm gonna shake up the dice here because they're not doing super well. Okay, natural 6 for the first one is a total of 13, which I don't think it's.
Does not hit.
Then the second lowest one is a 22.
I'm just gonna
Followed
save
by-
you the trouble. I'm at 5 hit points.
Ooh. Yeah, as you pin them to the ground, they boom, bomb, as they fling you backwards, back onto your ass, right up into the deck. You're surrounded. You smell like the stained old blood that's been stuck to the floor of this thing for ages. And the breath is completely gone out of you. The rage storm subsides, although it is still frosting with snow around you. As they get up, kind of readjust their nose into place, and shake the blood off of their hands as they reach down an arm to you.
I think she tries to like just sit in that anger that she lost, that she was just trying to like do something right and do what she does best. She freaking lost. She's even more pissed off, so I think there's like more of a swirl of anger that hits him in the face of wind. But she takes a breath and does the like adventure Viking grab.
Yeah. They pull you to your feet, shaking off some of the pain. You fight good. You fight really good. You almost had me there. One sec, as they sort of like stumble and place a hand on the mask before readjusting themselves and going to grab a healing potion for you. It's a basic healing potion. And drinks one themselves. As well as a water flask if you need it. A lot of unresolved anger behind your punches. No need to get super therapist-y.
I've been angry a really long time.
Yeah, a lot of us have been there. I'm sorry for whatever you're going through. No, it can be a lot.
Let's just say fate has not been kind. Ever.
Some of us are just dealt a really shitty hand, huh? But you do remind me of someone I've seen before. Don't take it as offense. They were an amazing fighter as well.
Well, thank you for indulging me on this.
Yeah, of course. I haven't got the shit beat out of me in quite a bit. It's usually our other lineup of fighters that takes the blow. I'm not really a part of it anymore.
Well, I'm more of a points to her axe.
That makes more sense. I would not want to be caught on the other end of that, that's for sure.
Trust me, you did not. Not that one.
Yeah, if you need any more beating up, I'll pretty much always be here. Or if you need any sort of group help, I deal with my crew all the time.
I appreciate the offer.
Yeah, of course. What was your name?
I never gave it.
No. Sort of a one-way introduction. Which I don't mind. I just want to know who to respect, know who to keep in mind.
I don't need the respect.
All of us need respect. You can't be that hard on yourself. If they have no self-respect, do a lot of self-damaging things, and we don't really want that, do we?
She doesn't say much to that. She'll pick up the health potion, twirl it around in her hands, and hand back the flask. Give a slight nod and start to walk away. But before she gets to the plank, she stops, turns around and looks at him. Thyra.
Wait.
That's...
Again, your name is very
And she'll
Mhm.
she'll just start to walk away.
You see them sort of like sink back into themselves and think for a moment, holding the flask. Nod their head as you turn around and gather the stuff around them and walk back into the ship. Do you just head back to the house afterwards?
Probably go by the ocean for a bit. Walk along it to the way back to the house, but she does eventually go back to the house.
Another clear night as you walk. It's very peaceful. Your ears sort of still ringing from the fight as you shake it off. And when you return to the house, it's quiet. Everyone seems to have gone to bed.
think Thyra will go back to the room she was staying in, where she left Scotty. And we'll just stretch out the bruises that she has. So she has quite a few now. Give Scotty a pet. Excuse me. And lay down without fear of waking up.
Scotty, as you try to drift to sleep, kind of curl up in your arm and place her head on your chest.
I'll go to sleep.
All right. One of the first sleeps in a while where you feel more comfortable. It's actually a good sleep, and you don't know if it's just the exhaustion of the fight, the soreness that's set into your body. It's better. You don't really realize it until you wake up in the morning. But you do when the sun begins to crest over this small little valley that Curinn sets in. The morning seagulls waking you all. What would you all like to do on this 4th day in Curinn?
I'm just gonna wake up. Maybe a little bit earlier, as to not disturb Sonia. But if she is awake, I would just thank her for allowing me to stay the night and invite her to stop by the house later on for Nadi's arrival.
Yeah, did you want, like, coffee or any breakfast?
I suppose if you're offering, I'll take it. Sure.
Yeah, let me get ready. She
Yeah, take your time.
begins brewing up some coffee, warms up some day-old, like, English muffins and slathers them with butter and jam. Brings it out to you. I've never found myself nervous to see my own sibling.
Yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking for me as well. But he's going to be overjoyed to see you again. I know it.
Yeah. It's just been so long.
I know. What do you even say?
I don't know that I missed him. Why had he never contacted me in the years that we've been separated?
To keep you safe, most likely.
I mean, I don't think any of us have been particularly safe since that all happened.
No. I I'll ask Naughty this as well, but perhaps you know. I don't mean to open up old, wounds and such, but the night that it happened, the incident, I know you weren't there, but was all contact lost from those that were involved? I've just learned a bit of interesting information recently. Naughty and maybe a few other Nightshade members, I'm not sure, were being aided. They were being kept hidden away by perhaps a group of people, one of which is here now.
Really?
A tiefling woman named Hailstorm.
That name doesn't ring a bell, unfortunately. Although I know there were certain groups affiliated with ours, sort of loosely, that probably helped after it all happened.
I was just curious. I wasn't aware that there were other groups like that, but I'm obviously now very thankful.
Yeah, they were much smaller than ours. More of little anarchist groups of sorts. That's what at least they were labeled as. Similar goals as ours, but not as refined.
It's just very strange. Speaking with Hailstorm about it, they view us in a very high regard. Well, viewed us in a high regard. When I told them that I was a part of Nightshade, it was if they were looking at a celebrity.
Oh. I haven't run into anybody like that yet. Of course, I don't tell anybody that I was part of Nightshade. But...
Is that a jab at me? Should I stop telling people that I was?
No. I mean, it's just maybe for safety, maybe not in the Empire.
No, you're right.
But...
Just curious.
But yeah, I'd love to swing by the house.
Yes, I can give you some directions. Okay, so from here, and then I'll give her some directions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when they're going to arrive, but I'm sure the others would be interested in seeing you again as well. Although they likely would not recognize you.
No, they wouldn't. No. Did you? Does Nutty know how to get to that house?
Probably not.
Gotcha.
We'll just, we'll stand on the roof and do a little dance. They'll see us.
Okay. Sounds good.
Or I'll just have Theo. I'll have Theo send a message, maybe.
That's probably easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll get all ready and I'll meet you there.
All right. I'll see you in a bit then.
Yeah.
And thank you again.
No, thank you. I mean, you didn't have to come tell me. But you did. I appreciate it.
Of course. I'll give her one last smile before exiting.
She shows you the real front door so you don't have to exit through the window.
The window, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right. You make your way back to the house, TM. The rest of you.
In the morning, Theo's gonna go get 2 large bunches of flowers and head off to the cemetery.
you head on over. It's on the west side of town. Just inside of the gates, at least the part that you need to get to. Where you walk down familiar rows of graves. Many of them decorated with beautiful arrangements of flowers, of lilies and orchids and roses and carnations, marigolds, weeping bells, all sorts of different flora. It's very beautiful, and you make your way to 3 different spots. Actually, one of them is not buried in the city, so 2 different spots. Where you find the graves of Roldan and Bryla. Roldan Ignatova and Bryla Belcourt. Both have small arrangements of flowers. They look a little bit older. But the graves are still well kept, clean, white faces, beautiful engravings on the front.
I'll change out the flowers and I'll do some prestidigitation on the gravestones. And I'll sit there for a while. And then I'll send a message to Nera.
All right. What do you say?
You're right about Ashe. I thought he could have changed, but he won't. I miss you, and I want to talk to you. Maybe I can help?
Why? Do you want to help? Do you want me to help kill your friend? All I want is justice. For myself. For Noggle, Bryla, and Roldan. I want closure.
The last bit cut out.
I want closure.
Reply. Closure doesn't need death. But maybe we can focus on the living and bringing them back. More alive, less dead.
How are you going to manage to do that? It's outlawed. No one practices that anymore. And no one is powerful enough to do it undetected. It's absurd.
I have some theories, and I've had some help. Where are you? This is my last spell.
I'm in Tin for now. though I won't be here long. Call me again when you want to start something more angry. Appreciate the offer.
I'll just spend a little bit more time reminiscing. Head back home.
You sit there and ponder for a bit. You see a kid, maybe a few years younger than you. So mid to late teens walk up and to Roldan's grave, this dark-haired boy holding some more flowers and places them down on it. Just sits there for...
Person?
Yeah, you would recognize them to be Roldan's younger brother. You say, just look down and sit on a bench like across from me for a while before he stands up and slowly walks out.
Go home.
All right. Ashe, Hailstorm.
Ashe is outside on the balcony, sort of just people watching. Not necessarily present, as his mind is wandering everywhere.
You feel the Shar's presence behind you, looking out. She steps out onto the balcony with you, holding a cup of tea. Sort of meets your gate, meets where you're watching along the street. What are you thinking about?
Everything. I'm beginning to grasp the true lack of emotional depth that I had but days ago. I'm beginning to wonder what the correct decision is.
About what exactly?
These people I've been traveling with, they've sought the resolution of their own problems. And I thought I could help. Now it doesn't feel like I'm wanted at all. In fact, I'm more than willing to suspect that eventually somebody will turn. Now more than ever. So, I want to take them to the Wayfinders, but it could be best if they do it alone. It might be better for me if they do it alone.
Who's gonna keep them out of trouble?
Well, nobody can keep them out of trouble.
And who's gonna drag you into trouble?
Well, Fonzie's still in town.
It's true. The
Though I've
Fonzie
got-
doesn't get out much.
Not a surprise. I don't know, it'd be simple to stay here and finish what I was tasked to do. But I can't help but want the best for these people.
It's tough. Being connected to people. Social creatures and all.
Right.
No. You've always been happier when you're not stuck in one place. You left on that journey and came back the happiest. One of the happiest people I've ever met.
I was blissfully ignorant back then. I've become a jaded old fart now.
You're not a jaded old fart. It's beyond your control. This whole mind thing. Besides, that would make you too much like your dad. And none of us want that.
Don't say things like that, please.
Just trying to keep you in reality. You're not becoming anything like that. Trust me.
I certainly hope not.
I
have
think it would be
this-
best to travel. But
I don't know if there would be many others that agree anymore.
maybe you just need some fresh air. Just
Yeah, I need
Get
to
some-
get out.
exactly. You've been cooped up in here with me. Who wants that? I know
Well,
you
then
want that.
please.
That's a hypothetical.
Right.
I didn't mean it literally.
I'll be back.
Just- Oh yeah, before you go, here. And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out this little velvet bag. I meant to give this to you earlier. I misplaced it in my luggage. Here. Produces out of the bag a silver earring with the shape of a star, a charm at the end of it, and hands it over to you. It's not like the most romantic place to do it, but maybe it'll help. Remind you why you left home the first time.
did do it better, didn't I?
You did. You did.
I think I'm gonna need to get it re-pierced, though. But that can be done.
Mm-hmm. That can be done.
I'm just surprised you held on to it this long.
Why would I throw it away?
Well, I did sort of become the world's most despised person.
Not by any fault of your own. I know who you are. I know your mind.
Sometimes I feel like you put too much faith in me.
Someone needs to. If there's no one left, if there's no one left on this earth that believes in you, that means I'm dead. Bad imagery, I know.
Yeah, we'll unpack that later. You can do some mind nonsense. Scrub it.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Did you want tea before you left, or were you good?
No,
Okay.
I'm fine. I'll probably only be out a few hours.
Okay.
Just sort of walk downstairs and out the front door and just sort of start walking aimlessly.
It's easy for you. You know the city. You know the streets. So you just begin to meander, pass by the university, Fonzie's place, the docks, where you can only think to be the beginning of the end for you. First time you met Gordon, and your first trip to the Wayfinders. Pass by Theo's neighborhood as you slowly just walk on by, and eventually coming across the same cemetery, this eastern part of the cemetery within the city wall. You know there to be the larger cemetery outside. The beautiful white marble archway and the nicely kept fence that surrounds the yard. And you see within a familiar large brimmed hat sitting at a bench within. They're just enjoying the atmosphere of those somber.
Hesitantly, you will step in and begin scanning. It's the first time he's been here since the incident. He's looking for names.
Mm-hmm. You see many familiar ones, including that of Bryla Belcourt and Roldan Ignatova, though that one is what's closest to Theo currently. But you see numerous different names, all covered in beautiful flowers. Some have small notes, others trinkets, like little bits of spell components at times. Just lightly covering some of them.
As he goes along, at each one of the graves of those who were killed, he will cast Druidcraft and lay a white rose across each one.
Go across about a dozen of them that are here in the city. Slowly making your way, snaking through the cemetery before landing on the one before Theo.
I will do the same there.
Too little, too late.
It's never too late to pay proper respect, is it?
I don't know how much respect you can have for someone killed.
Slowly turn.
As you turn to Theo, you see behind her, sitting on the fence, the black shape of Erudite, watching.
Oh, we used to come here at night. We make up stories about the lives of people buried here. We'll do that. But now I know about most of them ended.
I will never refuse the responsibility of what happened. Nor will I attempt to shift the blame. But what I can do is verify my intention. That may not be enough for some, but it is all I can provide at this moment.
And I respect that. But you also need to realize, understand how much I need them back.
And it's not just you. There are others who come here just as you do, who likely wish the same thing. And now they know that that is what I'm actively working towards.
It's too slow. Gonna be too late.
I'll be in time. There's not much that I would put faith in myself in. But when it comes to developing magic, well, that's all I did for 8 years. And the university was pretty pissed off when I told them I didn't want in. I know that I'll be able to do this. I can't ask for your patience.
won't get it.
I know full well I won't. But I can ask for your faith. Because I know that I can do that. And that's enough for me to pursue this goal. Whether or not people believe me, oh, it's not going to matter much to me. But you can make that choice for yourself.
I'll trust your process if you trust mine.
It goes against my entire morality to trust your process. It goes against the university's morality, an organization that I was never a part of, but you were. It goes against this country's morality. It goes against the requests of the city.
You were never part of the university, so you never got to truly see their shortcomings. There's a whole school of magic that just isn't used. It has a lot of potential.
Do you know why it isn't used? You're a historian.
Mistakes of people long, long ago.
That are still alive today. By the means of that school of magic. Theo, you said something days ago that bothered me. You said you wanted magic to be available to all people. When that happens, there are going to be more than one Othindra in our history.
For the Othindra, there'll be hundreds of people who use magic for good.
Power corrupts. You went
Power
to the
saves.
university.
This kind of power, at least, can be used for so much good.
It can be used with good intentions, just as you did at the tower. But what you were about to do was something completely different from what you were trying to do. That's why the School of Magic isn't practiced anymore. Because no matter what happens, even though people have good intentions, the magic is different.
The tower didn't happen. I stopped it. It didn't go through.
It didn't go through because Valkyra volunteered instead. Had she not, what would you have done?
Not sure what I would have done.
There is no point in dwelling on it. But the point is that throughout history, every practice of that school has led to another catastrophe, whether intentional or not. Which is why the rule against it has been respected for centuries.
Ashe, with all due respect, you don't need to lecture me on history or misuse of magic.
No, I don't. Which is why I'm surprised that I'm having this conversation now. Because despite all of that, you still seem intent on defying everything.
Theo, you do see in the corner of your eye now Erudite's black form who's scooted over and is looking between you two.
I'll look to the bird. I've
Turns
said
his
what
head
I
at
need
you.
to say.
Then answer one question. That woman in the tower was your friend. Do you intend to assist her in what she's pursuing to do?
No. I don't want to hurt you, Ashe. But I don't want her to get hurt either.
Neither do I. Eventually. I believe we will find our common ground on this. I do. Are you willing to meet me there?
Only you're willing to meet me. I'll just turn to face the grave again.
We will bring them back.
I will.
And begin to step away.
Step away, but Erudite still head cocked towards Theo.
What's wrong?
Turns the other way.
Back to Theo.
Please take your bird.
I wish I could. Unfortunately, he sort of has a mind of his own now. What is it?
That thing.
Does Theo hear this?
No. That's just in your mind.
What thing?
The skull.
What of it?
Still can't quite put my finger on it.
That's uncharacteristic.
Ashe, or Theo just looks confused. Are you talking to Erudite?
Yes, we are. One moment. Is there something you would like to do then?
Ask her.
That doesn't seem like the best idea, given the set of circumstances. Are you certain?
Erudite
What's this
flies
tarot?
over. Erudite flies over onto the bench next to you, Theo.
Please don't say his name again, by the way. No, it's not him. Well, truth be told, I'm not entirely certain who this is. But he has a different entity altogether, and, much to my dismay, he appears to wish to have a little chat with your bedside friend.
Who?
The skull.
Put it back. You can go see for yourself.
Erudite seems to believe it's still here. And it can still be conjured. And Erudite is never wrong. And truth be told, if you don't, he's just going to keep following you around until you do. And there's really nothing that I can do to stop him.
You normally see Erudite to just be, like, very owl-like. They look very intent right now.
Gonna take a little scooch away.
Personally, I'm inclined to give it a shot. If only to appease his neediness. But I am quite curious as to what it is that he sees here. Are you willing to indulge the collective curiosity?
Is there anyone else here?
There are a few people on the other side of the cemetery, not paying attention to you at all. But there's light foot traffic.
Not here. And I'd appreciate afterwards if you had him stop following me.
Oh, he certainly will. I hope. Right? Erudite, once this is done, you'll stop bothering her.
Nods.
See?
Sort of steps back slightly to give you more space.
I'll, I guess, kind of form a barrier between myself and the rest of the people in the cemetery. This is Stellic. And I'll manifest mind.
And you, Ashe, see this tiny little floating skull, identical to the physical skull that... I don't know, has Ashe seen the skull previously?
Mm-mm.
It wasn't shown to me people. No? You see this very, sort of humanoid skull. It doesn't look exactly like a human skull. You can't quite put your finger on what kind of creature it could be. And it appears and immediately shifts to look at Erudite. And no words are verbally exchanged. just a few, like, almost unconscious little chitter-chatter owl noises from Erudite looking at it. But eventually, Ashe, you hear back. I knew it was familiar.
Well, don't tease me.
An old friend, I guess.
An old friend.
Yes. Again, didn't quite recognize them, obviously. They were a scholar. Is respected by myself in our time. Very determined and intelligent individual. And you hear something similar, Theo, in your head. How very odd.
I'll think back to him. This is who we were talking about.
This is... Yes, a magician. I was friends with her long, long, long ago. Friends is a hard stretch, maybe. We were almost like work acquaintances, though we didn't work together. Very much respected her work. She was very, extremely, now that I think about it, extremely powerful. Yes. I had a feeling I recognized that presence. I never thought I'd see her again, though, or hear from her.
Why is she like that?
I think that's just a messenger. I doubt she would have put herself into the body of an owl.
So you've got a scholar at your whim.
Seems you do as well.
What, so you chose never to explain any of this to me? Right. So... that's curious. Two highly powerful mages from the same age decided to come say hello to the two of us specifically.
Seems like it.
You hear Stellic mumbling to themselves. Well, I didn't really have a choice. I was kind of taken, but it wasn't a bad decision.
What does this mean? I'll ask Stellic.
What does it mean? Well, it means we can probably best equip you for your goals. I have some conditions, but those are far beyond what we currently have going on.
Okay. I think this is a good thing.
Okay. Where's your head at?
Well, we have the help of 2 powerful mages from ages past.
So we're on the same page. With their help, full brains, we can really get something beautiful done. Can't we?
Hope so.
I know so. I don't think we'll fail.
No. We won't.
So whose name is first on the thesis?
Mine, obviously.
Well, we can't count out the old scholarly wizards that are helping us, can we?
Well, it's not like they have a name in academia anymore, or a stake.
Valid enough point. We can just say acquaintances. Or and co.
Et al.
Yeah, there you go. Alright then. I guess this is happening. Let's see what we can do. But for now, I think we enjoy the city before we have to leave it. And get ready for tomorrow, or whatever that brings.
I think I'll stay here for a little longer.
Understandable. And just nod and cock my head again to Erudite and just shoot a quick glare. I'm not telling you a damn thing about this.
Shakes off their head and hops along after you before picking up and flying circles.
So full of yourself.
All right. Hailstorm. Girly Pop, what have you been up to?
Don't know. Don't think she knows. Fair. After ruining everything. Stays in the lab for a little while, alone, working on her project.
All right. You can roll a Tinker's check just to see how much progress you make today.
Nineteen.
18.
19.
19. Whew. I would say from the previous work, you probably have about 5% done. I'd say this bumps you up to like a 15%. So you're making pretty good progress. You know your materials, you know what you're working with. It's going pretty smooth.
At this point, she's working on the trigger.
Mm-hmm. Managed to align the pieces perfectly and get them oiled in a way where it's the smoothest trigger pull you've ever felt. Some pretty good work.
That's what she does. Unless someone comes and grabs her.
Work on it for a few hours. Hammerfield comes in and looks over your shoulder for a moment. What are you up to?
Oh, not much. Just working with the gift Fen gave me.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting. What's that gonna be in the future?
Hopefully it'll be really good at killing things. Like bad things, obviously.
Yeah, that looks about right.
It's a weapon. What else are you supposed to use them for?
Yeah, you're going off half-drawn blueprints too. That's what the.
They're not
Shoot.
half drawn, they've never been drawn before.
Oh, so you're just drawing it as you go, then. So like
Yeah.
sketching. Okay, that's even more impressive. That it's looking that well put together. She squints down, when it drops little magnifying lenses over her glasses.
Yeah.
So it's like a gun, but more.
Yeah. It's the basic idea is to mix the close range ability of a melee weapon with the power of a gun.
Oh, so it's even more dangerous.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that's. I wish you luck on that. That is very ambitious, but it
It's gonna
looks
take-
good.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, for sure. So what's your plan?
I don't know. I thought I did.
What changed with those people?
Me being me. Do
Nonsense.
that. Fine.
Weren't you really excited about? At least like one of them, you were super excited to tell me.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. What happened?
I just went too far. Like normal.
Well, if you hurt someone's feelings, maybe you should go apologize. Maybe that's all it takes sometimes. It's an acknowledgement.
Maybe. Yeah. I can give it a try.
Yeah. Just leave this here. I'll lock up the room so no one comes in and fucks with your stuff.
Guess, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good idea. She pats you on the shoulder. Maybe you should wash your hands before you go. They're a little bit dirty. That oil really makes you thick.
Yeah. Okay, sure, yeah.
Alright, go. She locks the room as you leave. Like she said, and pulls a curtain down over it so no one can see inside.
She'll she will go to the library.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific in the library?
I am looking for all of the history I can on Freya.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Good. That is not bad. That is a dirty 20.
Wow. You're able to find a good amount. You're unsure how accurate it is, as Freya is not really like a big flashy subject right now. But looking through, you find a lot of books signed by Professor Dacians on their recoveries and their studies in Freyan culture and ancient Freyan culture. You learn that they are pretty brash people. They're very to the point. A lot of them are pretty isolated in their own tribes. The most reclusive are the Goliaths out there.
Boy.
Boy. But the human population, especially that of the big group that's from the ruined city of Storsad, they're very tight-knit. And you pretty much begin to learn the basics of Freyan culture, which I don't need to explain a lot to you because you as Ethan already know quite a bit.
Because I made them.
Because you made it. Very surface level. It kind of paints them as more aggressive and abrasive in certain aspects, though parts of it try to clarify that these are just first-hand experiences from those groups specifically. Yeah. You learn the basics, the tip of the iceberg.
And she will, once she's done with that, we'll head out.
All right.
and Walk around a bit.
All right. It's a late morning at this point. You probably woke up early to tinker. And on your way back, you see beginning to walk in the same direction as you, towards where you know everybody to be, Felix, walking back from God's knows where. You're unsure.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I run into Felix.
Felix, you see, as you walk back from Sonia's after a earlier than normal for you morning, after having breakfast, meeting pace with you is Hailstorm.
Oh, hey.
Oh, good morning. I hope.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get over what happened yesterday.
Don't beat yourself up over it. We've all done things that have led to, well, honestly, Thyra in particular, to, it's happened before. And we're all just doing our best to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Certainly wasn't my goal, though.
It's never any of our intentions.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like most of us are used to this sort of a thing. We just have to learn from our mistakes and, do better.
Yeah. I haven't been with the group in years, so...
Well, now's your chance. I don't think we're going to be in the city much longer.
Are you sure you need me? Or even really want me?
Well, I do. You're brilliant. and you want to, stick it to the ne'er-do-wells of the world. Those are two very good traits to have.
Try.
And if you want to, as I stated previously, continue taking down those bad guys, if you will, I definitely want you by my side when we take this fight to Astaroth eventually.
To be fair, you've never really seen me in a fight. That was an experimental weapon.
Suppose that's true. Although if what you displayed was only a fraction of what you're capable of, then you might be stronger than I initially thought.
I mean, I kind of got my ass kicked, to be fair.
I suppose, but can't really say it was a fair fight. Not many can square up to Thyra.
Maybe one day, but I'm not really a melee person, I guess.
Precisely. I find myself to be rather capable, but if I was to go up against Thyra in a fist fight, well, I would not last very long.
Yeah.
But if we were to hand Thyra a gun and have a shootout, she wouldn't last very long either.
I guess that makes sense.
We all have our strengths. We all have the areas that we excel at. We could use another brilliant mind in the group. Especially one that seems to have a knack for inventing things. We have a lot of tinkerers in this group. It would work well.
I'm trying to work on some things at the moment. I'm not entirely sure how well they're gonna pan out, but
There's only one way to find out.
it's gonna take a
Trial
little
and
while. It's also gonna be hard on the journey. It's gonna be a lot harder. But I do have everything I need in my arm, so
Perfect. So you'll just take it on the road, well, on the seas.
are you still planning to do that?
I think that's generally what we're thinking, unless something else comes up where we're called somewhere else. I know there's a lot of loose ends still. Not only in Tin, but also in Mythera, that we could follow instead, but I do believe the plan right now is to go south.
I'll go wherever, to be fair. Though I do have the intention of getting back at some people, as you know.
Of course. There's a lot of that to still go around. Of course, the choice is still yours. We don't want to impede any plans that you had, ambitions.
Well, going and getting myself killed was the ambition, but if there's actually a better option.
That doesn't seem very productive.
Yeah, the assumption was that wouldn't happen. But, who's to say?
I suppose that's true. Where are you off to this morning? If you don't mind me asking, you can keep your secrets if you want.
Was going to go try and apologize.
Oh. That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Is it? Or?
Sure.
Is she a accepting person? Apologizing person?
Yes. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
As long as you seem sincere, I think she'll at the very least, appreciate that you came back to say something. But my advice would be to expect that at the maximum.
I'm not going in thinking we're going to be friends for 2 minutes.
Yes.
But
I think it would be nice for you to do it also for the rest of the group to see.
right.
Because while Thyra will, appreciate it in her own way, I'm sure the rest of the group will find appreciation as well that you would come back.
Very well.
Wonderful. Shall we walk together?
Sure.
All right. Onward.
We walk. Very
All
romantic.
right.
Though.
Oh yeah. The now setting in afternoon sun strands down. It's very nice, very warm. You make your way towards Thea's place. Shut the fuck up.
Jesus,
You see Ashe returning, and then shortly after, Theo herself. Thyra, while everyone returns, what are you up to? You've just been sleeping in?
Yeah, I guess. I think sleeping in and then seeing that everyone's gone for the day, she would have gone to the room that she destroyed and has probably spent most of the day putting it back together as best she can.
Just been tidying up. You're about halfway through trying to piece the bed back together when you hear the door open, the front door open. And everyone begins to funnel in. And that's so you can take a quick break. It's been a hot second. It's been about 2 hours already. All of you, led by Hailstorm and Felix, begin trickling into the house, TM. Thyra, you hear them enter. What would you like to do?
I'll try to find Theo.
Theo is a
Here?
little trailing behind. Showing up after you all. But she's on her way.
I shall await her arrival.
Takes about 5 minutes. Ashe shows up. Another 15 minutes. Theo shows up.
Theo,
Hi, Felix.
I need a favor. Again.
All right.
You could say no.
What is it?
Nadi is going to be coming soon. I don't think they know where your house is. Are we able to, do a little magic? Do a little sending?
I probably would have arcanely recovered some spells. Yeah, I can send to him.
Oh. Perfect. You are literally always my hero. I don't know when they're going
gave you
to
a
be
nod.
here. Bless you. I appreciate it. They would likely be lost, and I don't know if I quite have the energy to do a little dance on top of the roof to get their attention.
Well, dance couldn't hurt, but I think sending might be easier.
Suppose we do both.
I'll send to Nadi. Give directions from the gate, I guess.
All right. You give the most succinct directions you can possibly give. Just make a general charisma check as you try to get this across in 25 words.
Charisma?
Just for funsies.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's a 17.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. I'm almost there. So I will try to find you. You all tired.
I would have added in the sending that Felix will be doing a dance.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, look out for the dance.
They'll be here soon.
Wonderful. Thank you again, Theo. I am exceptionally nervous.
Oh, put the kettle on. I think we have some biscuits.
Good,
Oh.
yes.
Start getting those prepared.
Easy enough to do. Looks like your parents have gathered some up for you all before heading to work. It's a fresh stock of scones and cinnamon biscuits ready to go. You eventually see Scotty run from Theo's room, the direction of Theo's room, over and sit and watch you eat your snacks.
Little
Little
throw 'em one.
snackies.
Tries to steal. Curls up your feet for a second and then runs back towards you, Thyra. Looks up at you expectantly.
What?
Just like motions towards the door.
Oh,
Gotta go potty.
Towards the door of the room that you're in, into the hall.
I'm a bit busy right now.
They run over back to the group in motion to follow.
I do.
Scotty scurries back to the room that Thyra's in. Back to your room, where you see parts of it have been put into stacks. Books and papers that have been tossed loose have been stacked up in little piles. Any pieces of broken wall have been beginning to get scooped up. You see Thyra now trying to futz with your broken bed frame.
Oh. Thanks, there.
You don't need to be thanking me. I was on the broken.
Well, I appreciate you fixing it. Anyway.
Not very well.
It's not too bad. And I'll try to cast mending behind her back.
You see the parts where you're trying to stick it together begin to, like, the wood splinters kind of just fuse back in place as you squish them together, almost like it's getting glued back in.
I just lift an eyebrow and look at her.
Shrugs.
I can't do that. I know.
Well, it looks like you just did.
Please give me a bit more. I don't know. I am not my sister that can just suddenly do. And she stops herself after saying that. And just kind of turns to continue to shuffle papers to not look at you guys.
Those actually go over there.
And she'll
Oh.
pick them up and go where you're directing her.
Start helping fix and mend stuff. Trying to use as little magic as possible.
Some things are required to do so, like broken furniture, but other bits you just begin to tidy things back up. Mostly make room for whoever's going to come in to fix the walls themselves. But sit for a few minutes of silence, just cleaning things up a bit. It looks better. Looks slightly more livable. It's more than it was before.
Wait for Thyra to say something.
Oh, I think she probably still tries to find something to do. Probably starts moving the same thing back and forth, trying to make it look good. Pretty much avoiding conversation.
The rest of you notice Theo to be gone for like 15 minutes at this point. You hear slight shuffling of items in another room. Scotty comes
family.
back to you. Oh, sorry.
Felix's family's gonna be here soon.
Oh, yeah. I suppose we should finish up then.
There's even cookies and stuff inside.
I had some water. I'm okay.
Can I have some more? And I think Scotty likes the biscuits.
Then she can have mine.
Try to slowly lead Thyra out of the room.
You see Thyra kind of sitting around the living space, idly talking, feeding Scotty biscuits in exchange for tricks. The rest of the party just kind of enjoying a moment of not having any conflict. At least doing their best to ignore any that still persists.
Oh, it seems like I've eaten my last scone. Theo, where were they in the kitchen? I can go get some more.
They're in the jar, the counter.
Wonderful. I'll be right back. And I go to the kitchen. Is there anyone else in the kitchen?
Not at the moment. Everybody else is kind of sitting out there. Saphira and Doc are out of the house currently.
Excellent. Finding this jar of scones, I'll just walk over to it. But then, feeling the impending anxiety of seeing Nadi again, I catch myself almost falling forward against the counter and suddenly become very, very aware of my heartbeat, my breathing. I catch myself raising my hand to my neck, feeling my pulse, as I feel my chest start to tighten a bit. Breathing heavily. I can't do this. This is too much. Still breathing heavy, trying to calm down, but feeling a little bit dizzy. I immediately start to look around for any alky, any bottles of wine or something in the kitchen.
After 4 days of drinking their alcohol and them drinking
It's all
as
gone.
well, there's about 1 glass left of wine.
Oh, Jesus.
Not nearly as much as you would like.
Don't care. I'm gonna fill that glass. I'll pay him back later. But immediately, maybe not feeling better, but it's been like almost like a safety net that I've been using these past couple days. So while I don't feel better, I at least feel grounded and I feel like I can calm down, even though it doesn't even fix anything. But I'll finish that glass as quickly as possible, as not to arouse suspicion, and return with a little scony.
At this point, Thyra, have you given into sitting around on one of the chairs or a couch?
I think she's probably leaning against the window.
Scotty making her rounds around everybody who still has food. Felix returns. And you all are left with each other. For maybe the first time, at least one of the few times since getting back here in Curinn.
Look at us, all sitting down together.
Just like old times.
Old times, just like a month ago.
A month can feel like a century. Especially when it's been as dense as ours.
That's true.
I mean, think about it. We've practically been to each coast of this continent.
We have done a fair bit of sightseeing, huh?
Indeed we have. And there's still much of the world that's yet to be seen.
So does anyone have any feelings to share? I'll
Thyra,
look over at Hailstorm. Yeah.
I think Thyra's been looking out the window, but slowly turns her head when you call her name, but doesn't say anything.
Hailstorm will come over, will stand up and walk over, and lean on the opposite side of the window. I'd like to apologize about yesterday. It was too much too quick.
I appreciate you trying something. I've always been taught with a fist, rather than anything else. Pen and paper like the rest of them. So it was pretty similar to what I'm used to.
The least they could do. But you're not the only one who's been bathed in a baptism of blood. What I said when we first met is still true. I took time to try and learn what I could about Freya. So So I know that whatever you went through wasn't easy, of course. Doesn't mean you can't be helped.
And she just kind of like stares at you, stares at Theo, stares at the rest of them. Why is it always you scholars don't understand that just because you read something in a book doesn't mean you know everything about it?
I've seen blood.
I've spilled it.
You think I haven't?
Countless. Not the way I have.
You'd be
You can
surprised.
trust me on that.
You'd be surprised. But I do wonder why you think it needs to be some sort of contest.
It's not. I'm just wondering why you're trying so hard.
Because I want to?
Well, stop. I'm not trying to be your friend, so stop trying to be mine. My sister was the one that made friends, not me.
Very well.
Look, I don't care what sob story you've been through life. You're clearly here now, you're clearly doing really well for yourself.
Bold of you to assume.
You're studying at university, have plenty of people supporting you do it. Seems pretty alright for me.
From a land built on assumptions and false pretenses, you tend to make a lot of them about people. You just literally just told me that I don't know what you've done. I don't know. You say that you've done more or worse. So don't assume things about me if I can't assume things about you.
Fair. But from an outsider's perspective, you seem to have a pretty good support system.
Paved in blood.
Well, besides those three, all mine are dead. By my hand.
You haven't seen my family, have you?
No. Jesus Christ.
Scotty, what the fuck?
Scotty's knocking over dishes.
He knocked
The-
over the lamp.
It's the fucking. It's the
And
girl
now it's
dropping
very
the.
dark in the room.
It's the girl dropping the water bottle in the middle of class, and everyone looking back. It goes ding ding ding. It's like, oh, gee.
Stanley, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the loudest sound on the stone. Goddamn earth.
It is the loudest noise known to man.
Scotty just scurries to your feet, Thyra, and sits on them.
I'll pick her up.
I didn't expect you to just. I didn't apologize and then just suddenly expect you to be my friend. That's idiotic. But If there's so much I don't know about you, why not fill in the blanks? That's a starting point, isn't it?
As I said, I'm not here to make friends. And I don't want you as mine right now. So if you would appreciate your apology, but let's just leave it at that. Work our way up.
Deal. She'll walk away very confidently and sit back down.
Hey, Felix.
Yeah.
As far as apologies go, that's probably the most violent one I've seen.
Yeah. I was honestly, it went as well as I thought it would.
There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of blood.
I was like, hey, sorry. Let's talk about how many people we've killed.
Right, I mean, it's really...
Whose trauma is more traumatic?
Yeah, I mean, it really does feel like we're trying to, you know...
Yeah, I don't think trauma is something you want to try one-upping.
I would argue probably not. We got a long way to go with these folks.
Yeah. Long day.
Very long day.
How'd that go?
Yes. Honestly, as well as it could. She didn't punch you, she didn't storm off. Not bad.
These days she'll learn that people don't have to be friends in order to be nice to one another.
Yes. Baby steps.
We're all very different. Can't expect all of our personalities to mesh well. But we can find understanding.
I suppose. I tried my best.
Your best was, quite frankly, more than enough. So, should we be expecting anybody to be attempting to kill you again today? Or are we kind of past that? I'll put you down as a work in progress.
I think we should be fine.
Okay.
I hope.
If anyone threatens your life, or anybody else's life in this group for that matter, anybody in this town for that matter, you know the rest.
You normally have guests try and kill you?
It's been an unfortunate trend as of late.
Oh boy.
I think Well, I think this time will be different. I hope this time will be different.
At this point, you hear a knock at the door.
Speaking of which,
Has it been that long?
I'll go into the door.
You see before you a tan figure with long, sort of like dark brown to blue hair, standing there, expectedly. I
Hi.
was told to come here, by Felix.
He's inside. There's tea and biscuits and coffee if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be great. Walks in. You all kind of know me already, and
Oh,
she
I should have.
waves her hand, and you see her visage turn into that of Varcella, the woman that you met back in Mithera in the sanctuary, and waves her hand again. It was a disguise. I'm sure you know why now, after experiencing all of that. I am Naughty Sister, Sonia.
Yep. By the way, everyone, Sonia's coming by.
Well, it's nice to meet you properly.
Nice to meet you properly as well. I was told Nandi was gonna be told to come here to meet up with everybody.
Should be here soon.
Yeah. What time is it? She looks around before sitting.
which I had keen mind.
It's early afternoon. It's about like 3 o'clock at this point.
Please have a seat, Sonia. We're not sure how soon is.
So you all got to spend time with Nadi for a little bit.
For a while, outside of Wake Rest.
Cool. She
Very
looks
good at keeping a low profile.
You can tell, like, as she's talking, she looks a bit nervous.
Well,
I'm
it's
sorry.
with my. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry for introducing myself the first time like that. Again, like, sort of can't go around looking like me that often.
Understandably so. I know where you're coming from.
Just sips some tea and waits. You're just idly waiting around.
More or less.
I think so. I think we're just
Alright.
kinda chilling in the awkward silence for a bit.
Chilling. Still. Petting Scotty is. She seems to be the only real entertainment right now.
Understandable.
It's about another hour passes before you hear another knock at the door.
I'll go answer it.
You see before you familiar visage of Nadi. Though right now it looks like he has like a half-healed bruise straight over his eye, a massive black eye. and a little bit of a split lip. I was. Hi. Is Felix here?
Felix is inside. Come on in. Are you all right?
Long story. It's not a big deal.
Long ago.
Long day. And you, Felix, see entering Naughty. Same beat up. Looks very tired. But alone. No one else came with him. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. And he looks between you and Sonia. And he
Surprise.
shit, and he goes and just pulls both of you in, just like grabs Sonia and drags her over to you and just hugs both of you with the most sincere, warm hug he could manage. Oh my god. Are you okay? Are both of you okay? What happened? What happened?
Well, been better. But it seems like you've gone through something, and I'll place a hand on Nadi's face.
Oh no. It was... I got the message as soon as we got back to the house.
Henry putting up a fight.
Yeah, he did.
Do you want some help with that?
It's healing. It's fine. I feel fine.
Right.
I tossed him the health potion that I didn't use last night.
Okay. I don't think I really need that right now. Thank you. And he puts a hand on your metal arm. What happened?
Oh. Right. And I'm finding it now hard to kind of look Nadi in the eye. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Really thought I could do something. I thought I was going to fix everything. We arrived in Tin not too long after we parted ways. We luckily had a place to stay in the city, but things picked up rather quickly in the city. We were attacked in the place we were staying. Someone, we quite frankly don't know who it was, but they awakened the hunters we were staying with. Turns out they're werewolves. That's a story for another time. One of the nights, I asked Theo for a favor. I asked Theo to message Aster, see if she was around. She wasn't. But she seemed, well, she wasn't... She seemed happy, and almost tauntingly so, that I had left. But that was fine. That was fine. I knew Father was still here. So we went to the tower. Getting in wasn't too much of a problem. That should have been our first clue that things were not going to go well. we were in the room where Ostroth would do things to us, experiments. And it happened again. In that room, Father activated whatever it was, this gas that would make us do horrible things. Tried pleading with him. He wouldn't let up. He didn't care. We were able to fight back, although we had to use horrible means to do so. And when I faced him one final time to try to pull him back, I was next to him, face to face. I was trying to see the father I know, and I was hoping he would see me, his son. But he didn't. And I paid with my life. I didn't make it. I died. My own father. He shot me. Right in the chest. And then finished the job by blowing my arm off. I wouldn't be here if Valkyra didn't give her life for mine. But I don't know if it was worth it. I failed. Family can't be whole again.
His hand slides down your metal arm to your hand. That's it. You brought us back together. He looks at Sonia and back at you. Henry and Morgan are back home. With your mom. It was not wasted.
I just had this dream in my head for so long. Now that dream is shattered. I don't know what to do now. Aster's still out there. And I fear how much control Ostroth has over her. I can't lose her too.
Hey, we are not going to lose Esther. We're going to find her. Don't bring her back like everybody else. And we'll find all remaining members of Nature's Soul Life. And we'll kill Osteroth for what he's done. This is not your fault. This is his. I promise you. After everything that happened before, I was in the same spot. I didn't feel like my life was
worthy of all of the other pain that was caused because of me. Your mom had to pull me all out of it. But I found you, and now you're finding everyone else. And I am so, so sorry for your friend. But we're going to finish the job for her, okay? And do it for everyone else.
I'll just nod slowly and I'll basically collapse into his arms.
He'll pull you in.
And just start sobbing.
Just runs his fingers through your hair. You feel a second hug behind you as Sonia wraps her arms around you. You're just encapsulated in this odd warmth and comfort. And you feel that remembrance bubble up again. Within the deep, heavy sorrow within your chest, a slight faint warmth grows. And the rest of you see this, kind of just standing to the side of you all.
I just hold them both tighter than before. And take a few deep breaths. We'll get them all together again. We will.
We will.
I need to ask, is Mother all right?
She was ecstatic to hear that you're okay and that 2 more of her kids are back.
It's good.
And she really misses you.
I miss her too.
And she told me to give you this. And he holds the sides of your head for a moment and plants a kiss on your forehead.
Oh.
Straight from her.
I can feel it even across this great distance. Thank you, Mother. Hope I can see her again soon.
You can go back whenever you want.
There's so much work to do still.
Yeah.
In time.
We're always here to help.
I'm sure you and Sonia have a lot of catching up to do, huh?
Yes. And they kind of just look at each other. And the rest of you see the similarity between the two in appearance. Yeah, but we'll both be in town for as long as we want, really. How long were you planning on staying?
Don't know. There wasn't much else we were planning on doing here. We were mostly just trying to recover as best we can, and then leave town, most likely south. Keep our ears to the wind for any potential leads along the way.
Heard the weather is really nice down there this time of year.
It would be nice.
You deserve a break. You've been through a lot. I can take care of everybody for now. Until you're ready to get back to it.
You're right. I'll at least try. Though I concede that it will be hard.
But now you're prepared for it. You know what's coming.
Right. Right. I'll certainly try to be ready when the time comes to face Aster.
Again, if you need any backup, just send to us.
That could help, actually. It would also, well, could be a bad idea, but if Morgan and Henry are feeling of more sound mind, it'd be nice to see our whole family take down Osteroth together. Some poetic justice.
That would be pretty awesome. You do it for Sterling. And for Valkyra.
Just nod. You want to know something funny? Well, it's actually not funny. I just am looking to break the ice. See this scar? And I'll point to my neck.
Sonia just kind of looks away awkwardly.
You see, Sonia and I did not start on the right foot, Tanadi.
What? I mean, he was an awful person. Yeah. It's a little bit of revenge. Just a little.
Very deserved.
So after all of that, do you have like a cool like superhero name, like a group name yet?
Well, it's interesting.
It's obviously not going to be as cool as Nightshade, but you know, just
Well, we're on a... Feels like almost all of us are on some kind of a path of vengeance. We could be the Avengers.
Yeah. That deserves people leaving. 100%.
I was Ethan.
Yeah, no, yeah. He has every fucking right. He has every right.
Can you use that like legally? Can you use that?
No, I think there's another group that has trademarked that name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can quite do that. I don't know, that's true. We haven't really thought about that. Kind of been at it for a little bit now.
Maybe you should get
yeah.
on that.
When we sent Valkyra off, did anyone else see the bird in the flames?
Yeah. I was wondering if it was just like a trick of the light. But if you saw it too, yes.
There's more to this than what we first thought.
Maybe we'll be the Phoenix Seekers.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
But the let it. What the fuck? Seraph, get the fuck out of here.
Who's that?
Where did you come from?
It's
Oh,
a second
Tarot?
tarot.
now I'm doing it too.
Tarot 2?
Tarot 2. Gun edition.
I like Phoenix. Seekers feels like a mouthful. Should be something quick, something you can yell and battle and not waste your entire turn saying it.
I gotta know where this bit is going.
Oh, I don't have any ideas.
Oh, okay.
We're on to something, though. I think a couple of smoke sessions with the Fawns and we'll be there.
Maybe not. He's already told you no more. So...
But he hasn't told Theo no.
I think by association, both of you are sort of off the list for the time being. And in case he doesn't already know that, I'll be sure to make it known. What? Someone has to be the stick in the mud?
Yeah. I suppose. Any other complications? How is Morgan doing okay?
Yeah, Morgan was doing. She was doing okay. It was mostly Henry being the pain in the ass, as he always is.
Yeah.
Um,
He did have a bit of a thick skull growing up.
yeah, he certainly did. Yeah. But I think your mom is doing good work with him.
That's good.
He's healing from his wounds well, I hope?
Yeah. After we had to force him into bandages, he's doing okay.
Good.
That was a bit of a close call.
Yeah. We just managed to get barely out of there. But it seemed the guards weren't as stressed to catch Henry and Morgan.
I know you already know this, but I would advise even more caution. with your movements if you all do plan on moving around. When we were traveling, I believe when we were traveling to Tin, we had overheard that there are a lot of eyes on the individuals that were involved in the warehouse in Waycrest, specifically all of us. A lot of whispers. So, just keep your head low. There are people still looking for us.
Yeah, of course. Draginia doesn't really allow Empire agents in and out. It's very difficult for them to do so.
For now, at least. We had a secondary objective when we were in Tin. It seems that there are bigger pieces moving within the Empire. And there was was it a captain, was it?
Yeah.
That had tasked us with trying to learn more about a general or a commander. Their name is escaping my mind.
Oh, you mean Commander Gates?
Yes, Gates.
As Sonia speaks up. Yeah. Do you remember when you all were in the sanctuary and there was a few fugitives, castaways that were awaiting transport here to the city?
Sure, yeah, there were a handful of people there.
One of them was a soldier from the Empire.
Interesting.
He said he was trying to get away from some crazy leadership. He felt like a bad energy, like a more than just the bad vibe. It was something more sinister, he thought. And the commander was going crazy, so he went AWOL. But I shouldn't be telling you this, it's kind of confidential.
No, I mean, this was information that we were trying to learn. We just needed evidence of this change. But what worries me is that Gates was meeting with the Sovereign. I think they're attempting to expand their borders. And I can't help but worry that they may be trying to destabilize other governments to allow easier access to expand.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest, based on what I've heard through the communication lines.
But it is also to my knowledge that Gates perhaps works closely with Osteroth. And I fear Osteroth's involvement in Gates's descent into madness.
I don't know much about their connection, Osteroth and Gates. Do you want me to look into that? See what my connections have going?
Sure, yeah. We could always then get word back to the captain back in Tin with any news. And what is it that your group, Sonia, are trying to do exactly?
Pretty much the same as Nightshade, just on the smaller scale, with
Right.
whomever I can gather. Just trying to keep on top of things as they pop up. Any potential dangers and such.
Well, if you're eventually looking for recruits, I know Hailstorm was planning on traveling with us, but I'm sure at some point, Hailstorm, I don't know if you would be interested in aiding with that.
And
So,
they
so
finally look over towards you, Hailstorm, and you get a blink of recognition with a noddy.
Sure.
Wait, I know you.
Do you?
Yeah, you helped me.
I did.
Yeah, back when everything went through shit, it was you. And your friends. You helped me.
Was.
I never got to say thank you. You all disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
If there's anything I can do to repay you, I know it's been so long, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your efforts.
just it was the least we could do.
Thank you greatly for it. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Same with the rest of you. For helping Felix. Helping us get everybody. And keeping him alive.
You all are some of, well, you are, besides my family, the best people I've met. At least until I can remember other people that I've met. And then maybe you'll fall a couple of notches, perhaps.
Appreciate the vote of confidence as always.
I don't think any of us would be here without each other. I know it seems like we don't always see eye to eye, but we have been able to do incredible things with our short time together. Let's, and I include myself in this, let's try not to forget all the good we have done, can do, and will do when we find ourselves at each other's throats for one reason or another.
I can abide by that.
Good. Karma is the exception. Karma can kill any one of us.
It's not gonna do that.
I don't know. You know, he gets that crazy look in his eye.
Looks over at you.
That's the one right there. See?
Hand him a crumb of scum.
You just gave him a weapon. What is wrong with you?
Don't
just-
energize him.
He has a stick. Holy shit.
He's got a shiv!
28 stab wounds.
28!
38, 48, 50, 68, 69 stab wounds.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Trying to think if there are any big questions. I think I've
Where did you go?
I got them all.
Where did I go?
Where did you go?
I went south, got out on the water, made it to Methera, and then traveled back up to not the highlands, the hills, and to Ayakta. That's where we are now.
I'm glad some of you were able to make it then.
It wasn't a lot, unfortunately. Many weren't able to cross.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful.
Don't worry about it.
I know you were looking at Hailstorm. I know you were a bit down on yourself earlier about last night, but this, and I'll kind of gesture to Nadi and Sonia sitting here. This wouldn't have happened if you didn't take Nadi in all those years ago. I don't even want to think about what would have happened if you didn't. You've helped in changing our lives for the better.
It's the least I could do. Minus the arm. That was a lot.
Yes. But I did pay you back for it. I hope that's going well, whatever you choose to do with it.
Like 15% of the way there.
All right, I'll scrounge together some more to pay this off.
I meant with what I was doing with the payment.
Oh. 15% there. In only a couple of nights?
I made you an arm that works completely identical to the way it worked before. This isn't that much.
I'm excited and maybe a little bit nervous to see what the outcome's going to be.
Good. It's not sleep bullets.
Damn it.
I'm gonna clear that water now before anyone gets their hopes up.
Wouldn't want to steal
We
the
made
thunder.
progress. I thought we were making progress.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we're making progress, but like, I have other things that I would like to pursue other than sleep bullets.
What?
That is extremely valid.
What
and I
could be
completely
more
respect your opinion.
important?
I don't know. Maybe you'll see in time.
I'll be patient.
It was the least that I could do, that we could have done, the time when it happened. So I'm glad that it worked out, I guess.
What's happened to the others, Hailstorm? You are part of like a group of a family?
Scattered.
Mm.
I don't know where any of them are, and they don't. Unlike you, we're not trying to find each other.
Mm.
It's not out of hate, it's just safer.
So if we saw one, let's just say randomly, it wouldn't be a situation where we would try to avoid them? Or would it?
We wouldn't avoid them, and we wouldn't enthusiastically approach them.
Mm.
Whatever way the flag falls. Some of us get out of it, the life of this, and they never want to go back into it. The other ones, I include myself, trying to find the smartest way to claw your way back into it, back into the game. It's been a while since we've had a player, that's for sure. But maybe this is the start.
I think it is. An interesting new beginning.
Where is that new beginning going? Are we still going south, wherever? Looking at the ashtray. Just dies. Looking at Ashe. I asked, where is our little journey taking us?
You know, gonna go meet some old friends and perhaps try and get some insight on what we're supposed to be doing next. Learn more about ourselves, find our, calling, climb a mountain, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's like spring break.
Something like that. Although a lot.
We're just taking a quick summer trip to really find out about ourselves.
Yeah, that.
And when does that happen?
Whenever everyone is ready, and whenever we can acquire a ship, which likely would not be difficult.
Do you have a ship?
I myself do not own a ship, but Redelia probably knows a few people and can pull a few strings. Turns out, when you're the professor at the Grand University, you can get a lot of shit done around here.
Yeah, that tracks.
I know a captain.
Well, that helps.
What do you mean? You don't know how to run a ship?
Oh, I know how to sail. It's just I don't have a ship.
I don't know how to sail.
Oh, it's quite easy. It looks daunting at first, but you'll get the general idea.
I mean,
I want to be, what's it called? Can I be the powder donkey?
I mean, to be fair, even like a one-handed person could. Oh.
You are an ass.
Well, yes, that's what I want to be.
I see. Well, it's less powder, given the fact that you're in Curinn. It's more, insane magical cannons.
Is it magic
Oh,
boats? Do we have magic
That's boring. Can we get a normal ship?
I mean, if
I
you
mean,
wanna
it'd
be
be
cheap
slower.
about it, yeah, it'd be slower. We'd have to manage ammunition. I mean,
Yeah, I can fix that.
Wait, we can make a bullet but bigger. We can make a cannonball.
A sleep cannonball?
Theo, write it down.
Come
A
on.
sleep cannonball?
good
We
heavens.
put the ship to sleep.
Sleep.
I.
Okay, the point is, we're going to
Where's
find
the
a
point?
ship, preferably with a crew already, and we will sail south, so that we don't have to worry about all of
Stupid
that.
D&D game.
After that, well, that's sort of up to us. However we're feeling at that point.
I need to get like a sailor outfit.
Hmm.
It's gonna cost 90 gold.
Why would you want a 90 gold sailing outfit?
I don't know.
Well, this is true. We should all update our outfits again to pirate outfits.
It just clicked.
Yeah, you put it together. The $90 gold outfit.
I got there.
The 90
got
gold
there.
outfit.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps I should go talk to that captain.
Certainly.
Is this a trustworthy captain?
I've never met one that isn't.
There's a few. It depends on where you look.
Let's just say he can take a punch.
Did you punch him in the face?
She doesn't answer that.
Punched him in the
That's-
face. That's cool.
I also just had an epiphany. It's technically, if we wanted to go in style, there's an alternative method of sailing that we could use. Should people want to go for a more interesting trip?
Alternative sailing.
I mean,
Like-
elaborate, please.
Flying?
No, we'd still be sailing.
Oh.
Our mode of transportation will be vastly different.
What is it?
It'll be, I believe I've told this story before, but have you ever heard of a creature known as a dragon turtle?
Oh boy.
Oh,
So that's a suggestion. And how?
you had me at dragon.
Well, dragon
Balls.
turtles are a little different, but
Oh.
they're quite good at getting around, and I may or may not be able to acquire one. So we have that.
I don't want to make this trip more complicated than it needs to be, if I'm honest.
To be fair, a dragon turtle is probably the least complicated option, but no contractual obligation, no exchange of gold.
I would be completely lying if I said I don't want to see a dragon turtle. But no, there is no but. No, that's it.
No but.
No
Felix?
Oh, well, I mean, we can see what the good captain says, and if they're ready for travel. If not, I mean, fuck it, dragon turtle.
Don't fuck the dragon turtle.
That was never on the table. Also,
We can
know
put
what,
it on the
never
table
mind.
now.
Okay.
I may just sail on my own at this point.
We
To
can
be
put it
honest,
on the table.
I just. Oh. We'll explore our options. That's the point.
Alright.
But we won't explore the dragon turtle.
The fucking dragon?
I'll go
cease.
talk to the captain now.
Great
I
idea.
don't know.
It is pushing evening again. And if the rest of you wish to tag along with Thyra, just do anything.
I am spending every possible second with Naughty.
Understood.
I'm gonna work on my thing.
Yeah.
Once
At this
everybody
point-
breaks apart, I'm returning
Yeah.
back to my home.
Yes. Crashing at your sister's place. Back to studying.
To fuck a dragon turtle.
Nope.
But as a quick little flavor thing for
Mhm.
Felix, kind of among the conversations, maybe as it's dying down or at certain points when everyone's either laughing or smiling, kind of just feeling that warmth from the hug build up more again. And while the dream of having my entire family together again can't happen fully, I at least still have this family that can be together.
So what I mean, my heart just broke.
That was one of the sounds of all time.
Definitely was.
As everyone begins to disperse, Thyra returned to the Glory Dory. Rivers,
Does
like,
anybody go with me or just by myself?
if anyone tries to go with Thyra. I guess she's by herself.
I mean, y'all been trying to get to connect with Thyra, but if y'all just gonna go not do it, all right. I'll
You
be
told me
by
to fuck
myself.
off.
Yeah, you basically told everybody to fuck off, so we are.
I told
do you mean?
Hailstorm to fuck off. I didn't
That's
tell
true,
anyone
that's
else to fuck
true.
off.
It was implicit.
It was pretty, yeah.
I have an excuse. I'm busy.
You are.
I'm also busy.
Getting tail.
Eyebrow raise.
Eyebrow wiggle.
He's out getting tail.
What's Thea doing?
Theo,
Getting
I think, is
tail.
going back to the library, seeing if she can find any leads on where the other spellbooks might be.
Okay. So,
Oh, we can go
Hailstorm.
together.
Hailstorm and Theo go looking through books.
Study date.
Study date.
Girls'
Yeah,
night.
you return. River's up on a little balcony in their captain's quarters. Looks down at you. So you're back?
Not for a fight, if that's what you're wondering.
What are you here for?
Are you just the captain of this? Or are you actually a sailor captain?
I technically own a few other boats, but they're all leased by my old captain, person I was first mate to for a while.
Well, I'm just wondering. We're looking to sail south.
Oh
We've-
yeah, if you need a ride, can help get you one. In fact, I think takes out their pocket watch, puts it away. Yep. There's gonna be one coming by that I have connections with. It's a trading crew, but most ships go along the southern archipelago just to avoid danger. If that's what you wanted to do.
To be honest, I don't know where we're going. Just, I know we're going south.
That ship is in fact going south.
So. Well,
Yeah. You get to meet some of Crossy's men. They're an interesting bunch. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll let my group know of this option.
You're bright and early. I think they leave at
something like 8 or 9 in the morning.
Tomorrow.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose I should let everyone know.
Yeah. Oh.
Where in this dock, or?
It should be right down. They point to the east. But one of those over there, there's a little shipping yard that they'll be around. I'll be around. I'll point you to it in the morning. You just swing by here and I'll take you to them.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. I doubt they're gonna make you pay anything, as long as you help out.
I can certainly pull a rig or two. The others, they could navigate. I don't know.
Not a very strong bunch.
Not at all, in fact. But their make up for it in intelligence and personality, I guess you could say.
It's more than what you can say for most.
Yeah. Well, I'll let them know. Until
Alright.
tomorrow.
Look forward to seeing you. He has a gentle wave.
And I'll try and find everybody, because I don't freaking know where they are.
Yeah, I mean, it depends if Naughty would have been allowed to stay in this kind of area. Otherwise, they would have gone back to Sonia's place. But you get back.
I'll look down to Scotty. I know you're not the traditional familiar, and I honestly don't know how those work, but can you track where they went?
Just begins sniffing around. Begins trotting off to some sort of place near the center of town.
Yes, might as well try. Alright, Fox, lead the way.
And you reach city center, and it looks like there's 2 pretty distinct locations. One is within the university, and the other is pointing towards where you know Redelia's place to be.
Do I know that?
Actually, did you just take her there? No. You see a quaint little, just tiny little tavern, very witchy in theme, that seems to have a few apartments above it.
I think we should try the university first.
Alright. Trots in to the main building. You get a few weird looks, like, what is she doing here?
I look the least studious person ever.
Yep. And a little fox leading you in. But inside the library, you can see Theo walking from bookshelf to bookshelf. Theo, make an investigation check as you search for stuff.
It's a 17 plus
Oh.
27. No,
Oh,
20.
yeah.
No, that's not math. 25.
25. Yeah. You begin searching around, looking for any, historical, studious landmarks, any libraries and such. Looking through and having Stella help you. None of the main historical, knowledgeable landmarks ping.
but there are a few that ring some sort of familiarity in Stellic. One being somewhere in Woeston, among the desert environment. Another being a lighthouse into Point in Western Virginia. Another is sort of among a tropical environment, very, very floral and bright. And let me look up the last one because I forgot. One moment, please. Oh. And then you notice there's one more. And it might have been more north, you think. Yeah.
Well, this is a start.
And you see Thyra wander in, sort of confused. A few other, bookkeepers are, following her, not sure how to approach this large woman, but...
Thyra. What are you doing here?
Tossing the nose of a fox, apparently. Good job, buddy.
Just looks up at you, happily. Walks over to you, Theo.
Doing some scritches.
Very much enjoys the scritches.
Talked to the captain, said that there'll be a ship tomorrow, leaving first thing in the morning. And wouldn't have to pay, just work our dues.
That's great. I know my way around a ship. Shouldn't be too hard.
Great.
Are there any books you were looking for?
Not really. No. I was just coming to tell you that.
Thanks for letting me know.
Well, I'll let you get back to it.
I'm wrapping up here. You want to head back together?
I got let the others know. I just don't know where they are. Scotty led me here to you.
Hailstorm's around here somewhere. I'm not sure where Felix
She's
went.
really coming with us.
I think she wanted to. We can let her know. Better shoes.
I just want to make sure that you're doing this because you're just not looking to replace Valkyra.
No one can replace Valkyra. But just because we lost someone doesn't mean we have to keep everyone else out.
Alright. I'll go see if I can find them. And I'll go look for Hailstorm.
All right. Scotty leads you down. Scotty leads you down to another building not too far away, into a workshop. You see one figure like half falling asleep at their desk. This dwarven woman just Hi, how can I help you?
I'm looking for a tiefling, Hailstorm.
That way. And she points to a door that's slightly obscured, a small window obscured by curtains. And you see inside little sparks of light emanating from behind the figure of Hailstorm.
Guess I'll go towards there.
Hailstorm, you feel a figure sort of looming in the door behind you.
And the what?
Probably her imagination.
Yeah.
It just keeps working.
I'll go and... What are they doing? Like, can I get in?
The door's unlocked.
Okay, I'll open the
She just
door.
doesn't seem to be paying attention to you.
Fair. What is she working on?
What are you working on?
Well, the only part that you can see at the current moment is a large handle, similar to that, just like a pommel. What weapon it's specifically for is not very discernible. But on the front, on the part of the pommel, is a very similar mechanism you've seen on Felix's guns time and time again.
I guess I'll just watch for a tiny bit.
Doesn't notice you're there.
Wasn't trying to get your...
She's doing some stuff that you don't quite understand, but it looks pretty cool.
And then I guess I'll just get close to the sparks, not caring if I get hit by a few, because it doesn't really hurt.
Like in front of her? Like,
Not in front, probably to the side. Try and get in your eye line.
she has goggles on.
Alright, then I'll...
With very slim slits on them.
I don't know how to get attention.
Have you ever attempted to, like, say her name?
No?
Have you ever considered just, like, saying something?
No?
Alright. That's alright, fair, valid. I rest my case.
You sure that's not gonna ruin the balance of the blade?
Oh shit! And we'll really like fall back a little bit when you say something. What the fuck? Why? How? What? And she'll raise the goggles up.
You'd be better. Someone could be sticking up on you.
I mean, you kind of were.
I wasn't.
It's a weird place to find someone who isn't their friend in their place of work.
Well, I found a ship. You said you wanted to come along.
I did.
If you do, be there at the docks at 7.
That doesn't seem too difficult.
Listen, I don't care if you show up or not. But I figured you wrote an invitation nonetheless.
Right. Oh, well, Thyra, though I may not have your friendship, I would value it very greatly. And she starts doing, like, very sassy puppy dog eyes, like... I would value your friendship very much. And she is giving you a shit-eating grin, because she knows what she's doing.
Alright, well, we can tone down the desperation, alright?
Least I could do is try. You know, just gotta, give it a shot.
Actions speak louder than words. And so far, your actions are pretty good. Felix arm and everything. Just... I'm not a words person, and other people speaking to me don't... It's not my love language, as people would say.
I can understand that.
So... just know I'm not looking for a new friend, but you're welcome all the same.
And Hailstorm will extend her hand to a mutually beneficial acquaintanceship for the foreseeable future. Then. How about that? Is that a good start?
However long that future is. And she'll shake her hand.
Well, I'll be there.
I won't wait for you.
I know you
Others
won't.
might.
I wouldn't
I'll
have it any other way.
walk out of the lab. I think Scotty stays for a bit and, like, just sits and looks at you, twitching its tail. Scotty!
If you want to stay.
Sort of looks at you, accepts some scritches, and then runs back to Thyra.
She will look down. She will look back at the door as it leaves. She'll do the very dramatic look down at the floor with a small smirk before looking back up and going back to work.
All right. Scotty then leads you to Redeli's apartment.
Adventures of Scotty.
Scotty's really good at tracking.
I'd watch this anime.
Rounding
It's
up
like-
the gang.
It's like those Pokemon episodes when it's just the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Scotty's moment right here.
He fucking deserves one. It's been the one bright spot in this entire campaign the last few weeks.
I'll look at Scotty and be like,
Depression.
Are you sure? It's just a random house.
Scratches at the door.
Alright.
Jump the fucking paint.
I'll knock on the door.
Redelia, a little tired, enters or opens the door. Oh, hi, Thyra. Sorry, we haven't met.
No, I guess we haven't really talked.
Oh, yeah, formal introduction. Redelia Kinsliff. You're looking for Ashe?
I was, but if he's busy, I could just pass along the message to you.
How busy is Ashe?
God damn, there's a jackhammer going off.
Roll for it.
So not super busy. He's,
Okay.
Long day.
He's kind of big chilling at the moment.
Big chillin'.
Yeah.
Ashe. Company. Company.
Do they want to kill me?
I don't think so. Do you want to kill him?
She doesn't answer.
Unclear. It's Thyra.
Makes sense. One moment. Good evening.
Found the ship. Leaves in the morning.
In the
No
morning.
pay for us. We just have to work on it.
Easy enough. Alright then. We'll be there.
Great. Good talk. Grab Scotty and I'll go.
All right. Eventually, Felix, you and Sonia were led. You and Nadi were led back to Sonia's place, just to have a more chill, private place to relax.
Is Scotty leave you there?
Yeah, you were led to this a less like nice looking exterior. Not by any means like destroyed or dingy, but just something a lot more quaint.
And I thought Valkyra and I were good hunters.
My Discord omega crashed. I missed most of what you just said.
I'm at your door.
Okay.
You
Open
were
up.
at Sonia's place now. Thyra was brought here by little Scotty.
Knock, knock, knock.
Sonia answers. Yeah, did you need Felix?
I did. But
How
if he-
busy is Felix?
He's busy.
We're probably just in the other room.
Alright. Hey Felix, you got somebody here.
Oh. Thyra, what's up?
I found the ship. Leaves first thing in the morning and we just have to work. No pay. I'll take us south wherever we are going.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll kind of look at Sonia and then turn around and look at Nadi. That soon, huh?
We could wait around for Ashe's dragon turtle.
No, it's alright. Probably sooner rather than later is wise. All right.
Look, Felix. As someone that just lost someone very dear to them, take all the time you need with the people you still have.
I have more people than just my own family now. And there's still a lot to be done. I can't afford to be enjoying things too much. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Good night, then.
Good night.
Waves. Good night.
And I'll finish my trek going to the beach where the funeral was. And I'll sit down, look out to the ocean. I'm getting on a boat tomorrow, Kira. Going to who knows where for who knows what. Funny how that is how our adventure started. And now I'm gonna do it alone. But I'm gonna try to find some semblance of peace on that boat. Even though I think it's a lost cost. But I'll try, sister. For you. And she'll just, sit for a bit. And if that's where we want to close, that's all I have.
And that's where we'll end the session for tonight. And end the sessions for the rest of the year!
That's about time.
Oh,
When will this
good
campaign die, man? It's been too long.
I feel like that whole last 20 minutes could have been, for the sake of brevity, Thyra meets with everyone and tells them that tomorrow we are going.
Well, where's the fun in that?
I was like,
I
guess
outlined
I'll
the
go there.
entire conversation in chat. Literally.
Yeah.
Someone else opens the door. They call for the party member. Are they busy? Not particularly. Hey, the ship leaves tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah,
Well.
tomorrow. Damn, that's soon. All right, good talk.
I want
And then
that
they
to
go
be
and
now.
bake.
I want that to be turned into a copy pasta.